As the final exam parameters loaded, the Nexus Prime Academy simulation chamber hummed with deadly energy. Cadet Zara Chen stood in the middle of the cylindrical room, making one final check of her equipment as faculty members from all around. The galaxy crowded the observation platform. Announcement of confirmed simulation parameters. The chief examiner at the Academy, Dr. Keith. The strong lighting in the chamber was reflected into rainbow patterns by his crystalline body. Situation of survival. Omega-7's surveillance ship crashed on the hostile planet Exarion 4. Even seasoned instructors felt uneasy as the other faculty members, a mixture of airy ethereals and tentacled Nathi-armored core, gathered around the tactical displays displaying environmental readings. Radiation levels are 400% higher than Class A limitations. Dr. Keth went on indifferently. Continuous filtration is necessary due to atmospheric toxicity. Territorial void spawn and pack-hunting razor stalks are examples of native predators. No. Chance of rescue for at least 14 regular cycles, towering Braxian Professor Yothara leaned toward her colleagues with 6 arms. In this situation, the final 3 cadets lasted an average of 47 minutes. The experienced fighters from the military species whispered Commander Vexai's worried gas form rippled. Humans lack both evolutionary advantages and natural protections for extreme survival. Dr. Kethvi turned back to Zara, who was standing composedly modifying her usual problem. A survival pack. According to Cadet Chen's statistical research, your chances of surviving the first cycle are 2%. Would you like to try a less demanding situation? Zara's brown eyes were brilliant with something the aliens couldn't quite describe as she gazed up at the observation deck. Only 2%. What should I do with the remaining 98%? The faculty members looked at one another in confusion. Korak's jaws snapped in confusion as Velnathi's tentacles writhed erratically. Dr. Keithval acknowledged, "I don't understand," and Zara smiled as she slung her pack over her shoulder. "If I have a 2% chance of surviving, then I have a 98% chance of doing something completely crazy and still have nothing to lose," she said. "Those are excellent chances for innovative problem-solving." She gave a sharp salute before anyone could react. "Please run the simulation to see what 98% looks like." The room vanished into Zarian's terrifying terrain. 4. The ground beneath Zara's feet emitted enough heat to cook most organic stuff, and toxic purple storms raged overhead. The bent remains of her mock ship blazed with chemical burns in the distance. The professors watched in awe as Zara started heading straight toward the worst environmental dangers rather than the accident site as they had anticipated. She is on her way directly to the radiation storm. Professor Yul Thara watched with increasing concern. Vexi, the Suicide Run commander, pondered out loud. Rather, Zara started disassembling her survival gear in ways that went against all safety precautions. She somehow repurposed her water recycler into what looked like a weapons system, used her emergency ration's chemical heating elements to produce controlled explosions, and jury-rigged her atmospheric scrubber into an improvised radiation detector. "Doctor, what's she doing?" The crystalline form of a Kethal pulsed with uncertainty. The first pack of razor stalks arrived, revealing 6-meter-long predators with molecularly sharp claws and the ability to conceal naturally. Zara had transformed the entire accident site into a sophisticated trap network rather than hiding or fleeing. The controlled avalanches were produced by the chemical explosions. Her jury-rigged guns were activated by the motion sensor that was created from the makeshift radiation detector. She channeled concentrated toxins via her modified equipment to create deadly gas pockets, using the hazardous atmosphere itself as a weapon. She transformed the planet's hostilities into defensive advantages by eliminating the whole predator pack in 2 hours and establishing a fortified stronghold. Breathing is impossible. Professor Yulthara. She is thriving rather than merely getting by. By the third day, Zara had constructed what could only be called a small fortress, domesticated smaller native animals to produce sustainable food supplies, and constructed a water-purifying system out of ship parts. As she nonchalantly waved at the surveillance cameras while roasting what might have been a void-spawn tentacle over her campfire, the teachers watched in horrified silence. Report on status. At last, Dr. Keithville was able to every survival. Criterion was surpassed. The computer announced Cadet's efficiency rating is 347%. 99.7% chance of surviving as of right now. The gaseous shape of Commander Vextai trembled with what appeared to be his species' laughter. She turned that 2% into a certainty. While deadly predators fled from her immediate proximity, Zara was constructing what appeared to be recreational amenities around her fortress on the screen while humming a happy human tune. End simulation, Dr. Keithall commanded in a tone full of newly discovered respect. Zara appeared smiling and smeared in fake alien muck as the chamber normalized. How am I doing, Cadet Chen? Dr. Kethvi spoke slowly. I think we need to reevaluate how we think about human survival capacities. Zara gave a shrug. The thing with humans, sir, is that we only exist because of them, not in spite of insurmountable obstacles. We will find a method to win everything if you give us nothing to lose. The remainder of the day was devoted to the academics revising their statistical models. It seems that human mathematics behaves differently in survival situations.